Great. Welcome, my honorable colleagues. We are back again to look at the October 2025. That is the current paper that was taken just, I think, 2 days ago on the 30th of October 2025. Yes, so if you look at the October 2025, you realize that most of the questions were similar to the past questions. So those who followed me, all the past questions that were able to go through, you realize that most of the questions similar ones. Okay, especially if you take the 2024 September, you realize that most of the questions were coming from um, the 2024 September. Yes, even though you may not get same, but similar. Okay, just figures were just changed. So those who were able to go through the September 2024, in fact, they were happy. Yes, if you were able to solve all of them and what they are, the concepts. Then when questions come, you'll be able to do. That's why I've been advising my colleague teachers that try and solve some of these past questions if you're able to solve them. Yes. So please, colleague teachers, those who will set the November, okay, I have online classes that have been organizing for some people. So if you're interested and wants to join, you can contact me. I will add you, okay, so that we go through some of these past questions and we also go through some examinable related concepts so that it will be easy for you. Okay, yes, so that's what we are going to look at this time. Okay, my name is Evans. I'm still your mathematics facilitator. This is Masvis TV. Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, those of you who were asking for solutions to the July 2025, please kindly go to my YouTube channel. All the questions, all the solutions are there. So you get all the solutions there. But when you go there, kindly subscribe for me. So thank you for your time. I want you to pay attention, wait patiently as I take you through the October 2025 numeracy licensure exams. So we'll not waste my time. Let's take our first um, question. Okay, so our first question on the list, this is what we have. We are saying that a roll of ribbon of length 7.2 meters is to be cut into pieces, each of the lengths 8 centimeters long. How many pieces of ribbons will be obtained after the cutting? Yeah, so this one, what we are talking about, if you take the ribbon of the length 7.2 meters, and we are going to cut each of them into pieces. Okay, we are going to cut this length into what pieces. But this length, if you cut them, each of the length should be what 8 centimeters. So we are cutting 8 centimeters, 8 centimeters. So looking at this one, before you be able to do this one, you need to ensure that each of these numbers have for the same units. Okay, so once we have meters and we have centimeters, it's either we can change from meters to centimeters or we change from centimeters to meters. Okay, so how you do it, at the end of the day, you are going to get the same answer. So if that's the case, then in our case, I will change from meters to centimeters. You can also decide to change from centimeters to meters. However, how you want to do it, it is up to you. Okay, so let's go on and see how we can do that. So um, if we are saying that we are changing from meters to centimeters, then how many of the centimeters make a meter? We can say that once a meter is equal to 100 centimeters. If that is the case, then 7.2 meters will give us how many centimeters? That is what we are going to do. It's just a matter of what? Dividing the 7.2 meters by 1 meter and multiply by 100 centimeters. And that gives you what? Your answer. Perfect. Okay, so that is how it is going to give it. So it means 7.2 meters is going to be equal to what? 720 centimeters. Then we divide by the 8 centimeters, the number of what? Length of each of the pieces. And whatever we get becomes what? The number of pieces we are going to get from this 7.2 meters. So what do we have? Then we are going to talk about what? 90. So it means that we are going to get 90. All right, that is good. Yes, so that answers what and gives us the option C, okay, as our answer. So you see that it's very, very easy, okay? It is very, very simple. So when you get questions like this, please kindly do it this way and you're going to get your answer. Now let's move on to the question two. So for question two, we are saying that in a cement block factory, one cement block is made by mixing sand and cement in the ratio 5 is to 3 respectively. This means that for every 5 cubic feet of sand, 3 cubic feet of cement will be needed to produce one cement block. What amount of sand and cement will be needed to produce 3,200 cement block? Yeah, so we are saying that before you even what produce 3,200 cement block, you will need 5 cubic feet of sand, which is mixed with what 3 cubic feet of what cement. Okay, so if you get these ingredients or these materials, yes, let me use the materials as appropriate. If you get these materials, then you'll be able to produce 3,200 cement blocks, and that is what we are going to do. But how is it done? It's just a matter of what. So if you want to know the number of cubic feet of sands, then we have to find a total ratio. Okay, so what will be the total ratio, which is what 5 plus 3 gives us what 8. Okay, so to know the cubic feet of sand, then we just have to divide the 5 by 8 and multiply by the 3,200. Okay, yes, and that gives us the cubic feet of sand, which is going to be what 2,000. Okay, yes, so we are going to get 2,000. And once we know that, because this one we have only two materials that can help to mix to produce the 3,200. So if we are having 2,000 for the sand, then getting um the cement is easy. It's just a matter of subtracting the 2,000 from the total, which is 3,200. And what is left is for the cement. Or we can also decide to divide the 8 and the 3, which is for the cement, okay, by the total ratio and multiply like we did to the sand. We can do it that way, and it's going to help us. So in this case, I'm going to just subtract the 2,000 from the 3,200. We are going to get what 1,200. Yes, so it means that to be able to produce 3,200 cement blocks, we will have to mix a cubic feet of sand or 2,000 cubic feet of sand and 1,200 cubic feet of cement, and that gives us the option what B. That answers it. Very simple, right? Yes, it's very, very easy. Okay, good. If that is the case, then let's move on to our next question. So, on our next question, we have this as Miss Adongo bought an electrical appliance at the cost of 57,500 Ghana cedis on credit. If she pays 2,500 every month, how many months will she take to pay for the full cost of the appliance? So this one is also very easy. So if you look at most of the questions, you realize that these ones are just basic questions that when you get, you need to get them. So if I want to know the number of months, how do I do it? It's just a matter of dividing the total cost of the electrical appliance by the amount I pay every month or the amount she pays every month. So this one is very easy. Okay, so we just find the number of months by dividing the total as I said. And what is given becomes the number of months. Okay, so it means that if you divide, you are going to get 23. That means Ms. Adongo has to pay 2,500 for 23 months. And that gives us the option C. Very easy, right? Yes, very, very easy. So if that's the case, then let's move on to our question 4. Yeah, so for our question 4, um, we have this. So in this question, we are saying that what is the speed in meter per second of a car that travels 45 kilometers in 15 minutes? So this one is also basic. Okay, so in this case, we are to find the average speed or the speed in meter per second. You know that this is what average speed can be measured in kilometer per hour. It can also be measured in your meter per second. Okay, so once it is in kilometers and it is in minutes, then we need to convert each of the units to what is given. So first of all, we need to convert 45 kilometers to meters and convert what 15 meters also to seconds. And we all know that um 1 kilometer gives us what 1000 meters. Okay, so if 1 kilometer gives us what 1000 meters, then how many meters are we going to get from 45 kilometers? That is what you need to think about. Okay, yes. So if that is the case, then we it's just a matter of what dividing the 45 by k by what 1 kilometer by, and then multiply by what the 1000 meters, and we are going to get what 45,000 meters. So it means that 45 kilometers is equal to 45,000 meters. Okay, yes. So once we know this, then we also have to change the minutes also to seconds. So if you are changing the minute also to seconds, then it means that um a minute, okay, how many seconds are in 1 minute? So it means that 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, okay, as we know. So every 60 seconds we get 1 minute. If that's the case, then how many seconds are in 15 minutes? So it's also just a matter of what dividing the 15 by 1 minute and multiply by 60 seconds, and that is going to give us what 900 seconds. Okay, so once we know this, then it becomes easy for us to find the average speed. And we all know that average speed is giving us what the distance covered divided by time taken. So we know the distance as what the 45,000 meters, and we know the time as what 900 seconds. So we just do the ratio. Okay, then we just what we just substitute our values and then find the average speed, and then we have average speed to be what 50 meter per second, and that gives us what option B as our answer. So this one is also what very basic, very easy. If that's the case, then let's move on to our last question for today's lesson. So in the question 5, we have this: what is the missing number in the following sequence of numbers? So this one, these questions has also been coming. Yes, as I said, most of the past questions, you see some of these questions there. Okay, so for first of all, you need to ask yourself whether certain numbers were being added, or we divided them by certain numbers, or we subtracted certain numbers from them, or is there a particular rule, a pattern for that? That's what you should ask yourself. So first of all, let's see if you find the common difference. Okay, you find the interval or the common difference. So if I'm to find the common difference, then I will subtract what the new value. Okay, I will subtract the previous value from the new value. So in that case, it is going to be what? Yes, so I will subtract 178,000. Yes, I will subtract 178,912 from 178,923, and that's going to give me what 11. So this is what I'm getting as a common difference. Let me try another one and see. So in this one as well, if I should subtract this one also from this, am I going to get the same? Okay, so if I subtract this, or I find a difference also, am I going to get the same 11? Yes. So since I'm getting the same common difference, then it means that to get the next value, you need to add 11 to the previous value. and that gives you, okay, so it means that this sequence, yes, this pattern, it was just what, adding 11, 11, increase every number by what, yes, and that's it. Yes, so it's just what the pattern is, just adding what, 11 to each number before you get a next one. Okay, so if that's the case, then it becomes easy. Okay, so if I want to get the other numbers, the missing number, what do I do? I will just add 11 to the number, which is 178,934. Okay, yes, I will just add 11 to it, and then that will give me 178,945. And that is what we have. So if you write it there, you see that you are getting correct what number. Okay, if that's the case, then what option do we have? Then we can talk of what option, D, yeah, C rather. So our option is C, and that is very easy. So you see that within few minutes you can use to solve these questions. Okay, these questions are very, very easy. All right, so yes, that is how it is. So my name is Evans, and this is Mazwis TV. I'm still your mathematics facilitator. This is the only channel. If you have any mathematical challenge, or if you are solving some questions and you have some challenge, you can contact me and we all go through together. Okay, we learn together. Okay, yes, we are all learning. So um please try and send your comments. Okay, if you have any submission, if you want to add something to what I'm doing, feel free. You can also bring your ID. As I said, we are all learning. No one is perfect. I'm also learning from you guys. So if you have anything you want to add, which you think is very good, you can also bring it up. Then we all discuss. We are here to help one another. All right. Yes. So if that's the case, then we'll end here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. Yes. So see you next time. Bye bye.